What's the most entitled behavior you've seen in public? Yesterday morning, I stopped at a busy coffee shop in the local shopping center to grab breakfast and coffee for myself and my partner. We're in the middle of moving house, and the motel we're staying in serves coffee that's barely drinkable. When I arrived, the place was packed, nearly all the tables were full, and at least 10 people were waiting for takeout orders like me. Among the crowd was a woman with her grandson, who looked to be around 8 or 10 years old. From the moment I walked in, the kid was running wild, clutching an NRL football and tossing it around like the shop was his personal playground. He was darting between tables, bumping into people, and weaving through the staff as they tried to carry food and drinks to customers. At one point, he nearly caused a server to drop a full tray of food. The staff were clearly frustrated but doing their best to stay polite. Multiple times, they asked the boy to sit down and stop throwing the ball. The woman, presumably his grandmother, was glued to her phone and completely ignored both the staff and the chaos her grandson was causing. Then it happened. The kid decided to throw the ball at the coffee bar, where the baristas were working frantically to keep up with orders. On the counter sat 8 or more coffees, neatly lined up, ready to be served to customers. Mine was among them. He miscalculated his throw and the ball slammed into the counter, sending the entire row of coffees flying. Cups shattered, coffee spilled everywhere, and the sound of smashing porcelain made the whole shop go silent for a moment. Everyone turned to look at the scene in disbelief. Meanwhile, the kid, he laughed like it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen. And his grandmother? She chuckled too, as if this disaster was some harmless joke. That was the moment everyone's patience snapped. A wave of angry glares turned toward the grandmother, who finally looked up from her phone. She shrugged, smirked, and said, "Kids will be kids." I couldn't hold my tongue. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Saying kids will be kids is just an excuse for piss-poor parenting. This shop just lost money because you're ignoring the child you're supposed to be looking after. The right thing to do would be to reimburse them for the mess your grandson caused." She rolled her eyes and went straight back to her phone, as if I hadn't spoken. Other customers started chiming in, agreeing with me. One man, clearly desperate for his caffeine fix, got particularly heated and demanded she pay for the damage. That's when she lost it. She stood up, grabbed her grandson by the arm and started screeching at the top of her lungs, calling us all fing assholes. She stormed out of the shop, dragging the kid along with her, all while yelling about how she just wanted a coffee. Same lady. I wanted a coffee too. The one your grandchild destroyed before I even had the chance to drink it.